What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 194 of the Rise to Glory here with Gibraltar Apex. And today is the end. This save's been going on for 10 months, which, to be honest, I don't think I'll ever do a save that lasts this long ever again. We played through 23 seasons. It's been one hell of an adventure, and today it kind of has a climax of sorts. Now, this is the last LiveCon episode I'm going to do. I have got 2 more videos planned for this series. One is going to be holidaying into the future to see what would have happened, 50 years on. Another one I want to do is just kind of a series review. Obviously, FM17 comes out in the next week or so. We don't really know yet because it's the beta and the quote official kind of word is 2 weeks before. So, those videos might be coming up. It just depends on when the beta happens. If the beta comes out in 2 days' time, 3 days' time, then I'm probably not going to have time to do those videos, unfortunately, because actually, today on the Sunday, if you watch this the first day it's up, I'm actually recording it on this day. It's been a little while since I really got into this save. But we have to play this last game. We have to get it done before the new game is upon us. And today we are taking on Real Madrid. And it is going to be at the Ersthapel Stadion, which I think is in Austria. It is. Well remembered, Jack, from last time you checked. So yeah, this is going to be, an end of season, end of series game. It's against Real Madrid. In terms of the team news, all of our South American players have gone on international duty, which has really, really screwed me up, if I'm honest. You can see the likes of Gilvan are away with Brazil. Vincinius is also obviously away. Jorge Assad is away with Argentina. So, as a result, we are actually missing Jorge Assad at centre-back, which means Juan is going to come in for today's game. The young Spanish player, not a bad defender by any means, but he's not of the same calibre as Jorge Assad, at least right now. Looking at the Real Madrid side, They don't have that many South American players. They've not actually been hit that hard by kind of the situation that we have to deal with here, which is a little bit odd. But we'll just kind of try and make the best, I guess, of the situation we've got. Of course, it's quite poetic in some ways that the last episode, involves us taking on Daniele Russo once more. I can't think of many players in any of my series who have been as infamous as this guy is, kind of playing against us. He's 32 years old now, of course, a lifetime ago, really. He was a Gibraltar Apex player on loan for 3 years. And, well, since then, he's obviously moved on with his life. He's gone to Real Madrid, and he's become one of the best strikers in the world. And to be honest, he absolutely terrifies me. Just a recap of kind of how we got to the Champions League final. Obviously, if you've missed any of the recent episodes, obviously, as I said, this is going up on Sunday, I've done kind of a Gibraltar Apex weekend. So there's been loads of episodes, which I recommend you go and check out just to see how we got here. But just as a really quick recap for those who perhaps haven't been following along, we had a fairly good Champions League run all in all. We lost 1 game in the group stage against Manchester United, 3-2. Since then, we've done fairly well. We scraped through the round of, well, it was the quarter-final actually, on away goals. We finished 1-1 against Barcelona. Against Leverkusen in the first knockout round, we won fairly convincingly. Last time out in the semi-final, we spanked Valencia. And yeah, all in all, it's been fairly comfortable up until this point. There's not been many games, obviously, that we've lost. We've not had to come back from behind many times. But this is going to be a different challenge in itself. Of course, worth noting, Henry Lowell, our kind of record transfer centre midfielder, former Real Madrid player. So he is going to want to do one over on his former team. But anyway, let's just get into today's game. I'm kind of excited just to... What's the word? I'm excited to close the book on this kind of series as a whole. It's kind of, as I said, I've worked on the series for so long. Didn't quite hit 200 episodes, but we got mighty close. And now it just gets to end with a Champions League final. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better way to end it other than winning this now. We're taking on a 60-year-old Gary Monk. A familiar foe, really, in a lot of ways. And yeah, I mean, we lost to Real Madrid, some may remember, in a Champions League final not all that many years ago, if we just take a quick look. It was back in 2036. So 3 years ago, we lost 5-3. Since then, obviously, we won the competition against Benfica last year. And, well, we want to try and retain it. Not many teams retain a Champions League, and that is the kind of the aim here for us today. So anyway, let's submit our team. I'll do a quick rundown of our lineup so you guys can kind of see it, because it probably is worth just taking a look at the team that's going to be ending this series and, well, starting the final game. In goal, Ronald Burkhardt, 27 years old, German, new addition this year, of course. I wouldn't say he's impressed me all that much, if I'm honest. He's kept some good, important clean sheets at times. He's conceded 13 in 12 Champions League games, but he has got 5 clean sheets, so he is a very capable goalkeeper. At right back, we of course have the Ukrainian legend, Volodymyr Gaiganov. 30 years old now, been at the Apex for 7 years. Fantastic servant, obviously, to the team, a player who was, of course, formerly at Bayern Munich, and a great player, certainly. The next player we have, the Egyptian, Ramadan Mustafa, a player who has been here, really, for the majority of his career. Joined us for £500,000. That was £500,000 well spent. Of course, a national team legend, which is how we found out about him. Just he was playing in the Egyptian national side, age 17. Obviously, an absolute giant of a man, and I'm hoping he can give a good performance today. The next player we have, Juan, as I mentioned, a player who's kind of thrusted into the limelight in a lot of ways, with Jorge Assad being out for this game on international duty. He joined us from Villarreal B for £1 million. He's a good player. He's a player my scouts picked up a number of years ago now. He's played regularly in the Spanish national team. So although he is fairly young, he's experienced kind of on the big stage, and I'm hoping that he is going to be a player who can really step up for the occasion today. Anyway, at left back we go with Murphy Cabasele, the Belgium left back, similar to Gaiganov in a lot of ways. Been here 1 season longer actually. Joined us for £21 million from Bayern Leverkusen, who we of course beat in the knockout rounds previously. So he's been a very good player for us. In the advanced playmaker role for today's game, we go with Dominik Eller. The German, 20 years old, an absolutely incredible player. Hopefully a player who, when we do holiday into the future and see what would have happened with this save, 10, 20 years into the future, it's just an Apex legend. Of course, he scored in the Champions League final we won previously. Today he starts, an incredible talent, an incredible player. The next player we have, Mini Mosca, 25 years old, plays for Gibraltar Apex, of course, 32 caps, 4 goals, cannot complain about that one little bit. The next player we have, Henry Lowell, club captain for today's game. Of course, former Real Madrid man, record transfer in the world of football. £120 million paid. He was a very good player, of course, for us this season, though, and hopefully he can continue to step up for the big occasion. A centre-attacking mid, the star of this team, Sebastian Girard. 64 goals in 56 games for Belgium is absolutely unreal. An incredible player, only 25 years old, one of the best strikers in world football. Had an incredible year this year with 36 league goals. Continentally, he's got 8 goals and 7 assists in 12 games. It's pretty good going, really, isn't it? The next player we have is Mosca, of course, Gibraltarian, one of the legends of this save, I think it's fair to say. Been at the club a number of years, £6.5 million paid for him. Ever since he really broke his leg a few years ago, perhaps he hasn't been quite to the same calibre at club level. Of course, the development, I guess, of the Premier Division has also meant he hasn't been quite as effective, but still a very good player and, of course, going to start today's game. A complete forward, we go with Walid Douz, 25 years old, Belgium. Sebastian Girard's partner in crime in a lot of ways, a very, very good striker. Joined the same year as Girard, and really those two players have been two men who have, I guess, revolutionised and really galvanised this team over the last 5 or 6 years. Anyway, on the bench, just a quick look at these players. Gary Horst, of course, the Gibraltar national team captain, a very good player there to have as a backup centre-back. We then have a youngster in Richard Atkinson, 20 years old, 1 cap for England, can play either full-back position. A really, really good kind of versatile defender there. We then have Joe Bouchard. It wouldn't have been right if I didn't play this guy, or at least have him on the bench for today's game. 120 caps for Canada, 35 years old. He's not quite the player he once was, but he's an absolute legend of this save. He's been at the team in the team for 16 or 17 years now. What a player he has turned out to be. An incredible part of this story as a whole. The next player we have, Krzysztof Wolski, very good playmaker. Ousted for Dominik Eller in today's game. He did start the previous Champions League final last year, but this year the Pole kind of found himself just on the fringes of the squad a lot of the time. The next player we have, Bonnet, Frenchman. Of course, with a lot of the South American players being away on international duty, a few players who wouldn't perhaps normally start on the bench for this kind of game do come into the mix, and Bonnet is one of them. 20 years old French, a player who I don't feel like I've shown him much love over this save. He joined us for £5 million 3 years ago. He has actually played 11 league games for us this year. He's a very talented kind of player who can play both centre mid and striker. And, he's an option for us if we need goals late on. The last two players we have, the one, the only, Paul Smith, 35 years old, 121 caps for Australia. I mean, look at that history. That's so impressive. He's been here since 2022. He's played 339 league games in his career. If we deduct the 24 there that he didn't play for us, that's still in excess of 300 appearances and almost 285 goals scored for him. He's been an absolutely insane player. And, although he doesn't quite have the physicals he once had, I do kind of want to get on Bouchard and Smith for the final at some point. I feel like it'd be wrong if they didn't make an appearance at all. Anyway, the last player we have, Glenn Andre, the Frenchman, a talented player, 20 years old, an incredible striker. If we have a player who just doesn't quite turn up in the final third, Glenn is the guy who can just come on and make a complete difference. His physicals terrorise kind of teams where they're a little bit tired, perhaps going into the second half. And I'm extremely excited just to get into this game now. Real Madrid, Champions League final, take 4. This is our 4th final in this save. We've only won 1 prior to this. I'm hoping that we can do well today. Looking at their team just real quick, they've got Rogachev still, the Russian striker, who's just absolutely unreal. Really, this Real Madrid side is a side of Galacticos. You look at their team, it's absolutely insane. Daniele Russo there. They've got Elisi here, who is a very, very good kind of German player, 22 years old. In goal, they've got Berger here, who's a player I looked at one point, actually, to sign a number of years ago. He's been a great goalkeeper for them. And really, as a whole, if I just flick through these players, perhaps they've got a little bit of a weakness defensively, but really, they're still a very, very strong side. Then we're going to have to be at our absolute best, I think, to stand a chance in today's game. But anyway, let's just get into this. This is the opportunity to end on a high. If we lose this, I will be annoyed. I'm not even going to try and hide it. I would be upset because I do want to end on a win. I feel like this is going to set the tone for how people remember this save. Will it be the save where I bottled 3 Champions League finals out of 4? Or will it be the save where we struggled to begin with, but then we went on to win it back to back? Either way, I'm excited. Let's just hope that the game perhaps lives up to the expectations that I have for it. Yeah, 10 minutes gone, nothing happening. Last time we played them, it was 5-3. Can we defend this? Mustafa nods it away. Perez with it. Mini Mosca misses the tackle. Perez inside. Nice tackle by Dominicella though. Doos wins it in the air. Girard up to Mosca. Run Mosca. Okay, it's not quite run through for him. Getting a little bit carried away there. But no. But what are you doing, Berger? What are you doing? Okay, he's passing it out wide. I'll give it to him. So, Real Madrid, they are playing this wider system, so that could stretch us a little bit with our narrower team. We have a chance, though, maybe. Mosca, please! Let's go! Come on! Mosca, his 20th goal of the season. That's a low total by his standard, but we get first blood. Real Madrid, 0. Apex 1. I want revenge for the last Champions League final. I want to rub it in Daniele Russo's face that he didn't have the last laugh in this series. Because he's had a lot of laughs at my expense, has Daniele, and I want to beat him. This, not the cleanest goal really. Mosca with a shot that was blocked. Girard gets tackled. The ball falls to Mosca, who has incredible anticipation and incredible kind of pace and agility just to react fastest to the ball. He gets the goal. We're 1-0 up. Now we need to defend. Ball whipped in. It's a nice save. What a save that is by Burkhardt. That was absolutely incredible by the German. A real good chance for Real Madrid to score there from that set piece. But we dealt with it well. Looking at the stats, Real Madrid are kind of dominant, which is a little bit scary. But at the moment, we're holding our own. We are in the lead. But we do need to defend well here, as they are going to have the ball here. Daniele Russo is just wandering free. But we win the ball. Girard doos to Mosca. Mosca finished that. Oh, he should have scored. Ow. He should have scored. I punched my desk in frustration. I thought he had it. I thought he had it. But he didn't. Ow, that really hurt. I'm definitely not the only person to punch their desk playing Football Manager. Right, 1-0. I'm far from pleased, boys. Can you sort it out? Thank you. It's only 1-0, but both teams have had a lot of chances. We've had 32% of the ball. It's not a lot of the ball that we're seeing, but we are creating as many chances as they are, and it's not what you do. Well, it's not how much you have the ball, it's what you do when you do have it. And, well, that is the ethos that I'm going to go with in this game, although they are on the attack here. Daniele Russo, number 9. I'll say his name a lot during this episode. I already have. He's on the attack. Rogachev. Burkhardt with another save. What are you doing in goal? I mean, I want to say Ludwig Young would have saved all of these, but I'm not convinced he would have done. Burkhardt having a very, very good game for us. Mini Mosca. Juan. Big ball up. Girard maybe there. No. Tackled away. But Mustafa the Egyptian wins it. Options on ahead. Girard. Doos. Gaiganov, nice play here. Can he get the ball in? He can. Doos! Oh, he's got to score that. A yard out. A yard out and he heads it over. Well, it's not quite been the high-scoring affair of the last time we played this side in a Champions League final. We're on the attack though. Mosca is offside, is it? I don't think it is. It isn't. 2-0. Let's go. Can Mosca get a hat-trick? That's got to be the aim now. Can Mosca get a hat-trick? Kabasele balancing the ball on his head like a seal. Interesting. Mosca breaks free, and he just slots it home on that left peg. Sweeps in. We've got a few empty seats here. Clearly, that is the Real Madrid end, just for the record. They're on the attack, though. I want to bring on Bouchard and Smith, but I don't think I can this soon. Burkhardt, he's just made another save. What is he doing? What? 9.1 for the goalkeeper. I've got to do it. Okay, so I might regret this if we now lose, but I can't not play. I can't not play Paul Smith and Joe Bouchard. It just wouldn't be right. So Paul Smith's going to come on at centre attacking mid. Joe Bouchard is going to come in as the advanced playmaker out on the right hand side for Dominic Ella. Two legends of the game. If you want to rise up at home and stand in front of your computer or hold your iPad aloft and start applauding them coming onto the pitch, feel free to. It's probably worthy for them. 16 years of service. I kind of want one of them to score in this final. I've probably left it too late, but it doesn't matter. They've got a chance here, Real Madrid. Smith. Can Paul Smith deal with it? No, he gives it to Daniele Russo. Rogachev should have scored. He was offside. There's only 3 minutes left. If we're about to win another Champions League final, and that is insane. I don't want to say it too soon. Mosca for the hat-trick. Go on. Oh, he had a chance. Gibraltar skies it too. You wanted the fairy tale ending. You wanted a Mosca hat-trick to remember the series by. He didn't want it, though, apparently. Kabasele, Lowell. Can we get it to Mosca again? Paul Smith, Giroud, to Mosca, please. He's not there. Kabasele, Mosca? Is he off? He's not off. He's got his hat-trick. There we go. The fairy tale ending. I feel like this game has been a little bit more relaxed than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be another 5-3 affair. In the end, 3-0. It's been convincing. Mosca with their header there. We get some revenge on Real Madrid. We get some revenge on Daniele Russo. And we end the series winning back-to-back Champions League finals convincingly. We've had 38% possession. But when we've had the ball, we've created a hell of a lot of opportunities. 3 clear-cut chances, 5 half chances. And we've taken them. And that's all you can really ask for. We win a Champions League final for a second time in a row. 3-0 it finishes. What a performance that was by the entire team. I am so proud of their performance out there. Nobody gave us a chance. Mosca with a hat-trick. What a man he has been over this series. 28 years old. It's the fairy tale ending in a lot of ways. I didn't think we'd get it. Well played, Mosca, my son. We end this series winning everything but a UEFA Super Cup. I mean, it's not bad, is it? UEFA Super Cup, I mean, I could theoretically play to the start of next season and go and win that. But that just seems a little bit stupid at this point. We lift the Champions League trophy for a second year in a row. It could have been our 4th in total, but as I said, we've bottled it a number of times. Apex bonuses are paid out. That doesn't matter. We're one of the top English managers ever in the Hall of Fame. Now, the interesting thing here is, and this is, can I make a feature request here for Football Manager in the future? So, in Football Manager, trophies like the Premier Division are given a value in the Hall of Fame. I think it's like 1 point they're worth because it's such a low rep league. But even when the league rep rises in the Hall of Fame, the points that it gives you are still tiny. So, although we've won 24 domestic divisions, 39 domestic cups, 3 other trophies, obviously those being Champions Leagues and the World Cup, I still don't have many points. And it's just a little bit sad. So if we can get that sorted, I'm going to consider myself at the top of this entire thing if people don't mind. So I am the best manager ever. But no, we take the Apex to further heights. The board are ecstatic. The fans are in disbelief. Mosca was on form. Mustafa gets a new contract. He's delighted. I mean, what a way to end it. Real Madrid player Daniele Russo gets top goal scorer. I mean, fair play to him. He's been an integral part of this save, really, in terms of a player who we've repeatedly come up against over the years. But anyway, guys, that is going to be everything from me for this series officially. As I said, I have 2 more episodes planned. I'm hoping FM17 doesn't come out immediately this week, so I actually have time to get stuff done, but we'll just play it by ear. I'd like to say once again, just from kind of the bottom of my heart, really, thank you so much to everyone who's watched this series all the way through. I appreciate for some people 194 episodes is just a ludicrous amount and you don't have time to watch them all. Obviously this save has been a long one. People have been asking, Jack, are you going to do like San Marino? Are you going to do another thing like this? Honestly, I don't think I'm going to. I've done this save now. I think it's one of the harder challenges to do in Football Manager, but it's been one hell of an adventure. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I feel for FM17, I'm going to be doing a lot of shorter series. Nothing quite like this, because this is just something else. It takes a lot out of you to play the same FM save for 10 months. And I've enjoyed every moment of it, but I fear another 10 months of this might not be quite so enjoyable. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed today's video, please do smash the like button. Hopefully I'll see you guys next time for FM17. You have all been absolutely amazing throughout this series, as I already said. And yeah, other than that, not a lot else to say other than it is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.